One sec. Good. So, and Alice, what's new with you?
For example, I have a 3 in algebra.
Oh, that's bad. Are you good at maths or not in general?
In general, I'm good, but my teacher don't think about it.
Correct your grammar. My teacher.
My teacher doesn't.
Mhm. Doesn't think so, right? Okay, so I go in to work on it to improve it,
Yeah.
of course. That's great. Thank you. So, girls, I want to say thank you for your work with your homework that you finished, I think, almost all exercises. But there is one exercise that you both didn't do in Clothes and Fashion Week 1. There were some questions in the video section, in the last section of the lesson. There were just some questions about your attitude to fashion and fashionable clothes. So you both didn't do it. So I think we can discuss these questions. There are only 5 questions that we can discuss. Well, you're going to interview each other, okay? So then I will text you the question, and you need to ask your partner the question. For example, the first question I'm sending to Alice privately, okay? And Alice, you ask Kate. Kate, you answer as if it's speaking task 3. Give 2 or 3 sentences to reply the question, to answer the question. Okay? Alice, can you see it in the Zoom chat?
Yeah.
Let's go.
What are some negative effects of fashion on society?
Kate.
Я думаю,
In speaking task 3, you have only 40 seconds to answer the question.
I think that one of the negative aspect of fashion on the society is this fact that people can think about you depends on brands that you wear. And I think it's very bad.
Because?
Because we have to, because we should have attitude about people depends on this behavior.
Right, yeah. Okay, so it means that if you say your personal opinion, basically you need to explain why. Yeah, because for some people it's cool to judge by appearance. You can use this phrase here, never judge the book by its cover. Do you know what it means?
Не встречай книгу по обложке.
Yeah.
Не суди.
Не суди о человеке, да, ну, то есть можно перенестись как на человека. У нас тоже книгу не судят по обложке, да, вот, а также про человека. Okay, then, Kate, you ask the next question, please. Let's remember, you will have 40 seconds. Now I will set the timer.
Не надо.
Не надо? Ладно, сегодня первый вопрос без таймера, а дальше с таймером. So, Kate.
Does fashion exist only to make us buy things we don't need?
Чё?
Repeat, please.
Does fashion exist only to make us buy things we don't need?
Плохо слышно было?
Да.
Мгм. Катя, иногда бывает просто, что чуть-чуть тихо. Ну, а если я вот делаю максимально громкий звук, помогает, так можно расслышать. Наверное, плохо из-за микрофона, может быть, не из того, что ты тихо говоришь, Катя. Можешь, пожалуйста, повторить только четко и постарайся соединять слова, как положено в речи, да? Does fashion exist only? То есть можно чуть-чуть посвязнее попробовать прочитать с чувством, с толком.
Does fashion exist only to make us buy things we don't need?
Мгм.
М, а, I think the fashion exists not only to make us buy things that we don't need, because fashion is different, and there are a lot of beautiful and stylish clothes, so people can buy stylish clothes because the because they are really because they really like it.
Мгм. I think it's nice to mention that fashion and trends are also a way to, to show yourself to the world. Yeah, like a way to show your personality, your individuality. Mhm. But Alice, there was one grammar mistake in present simple.
Exists.
Mhm. Yeah, and why the fashion? Почему прям the fashion?
The fashion.
Мгм. Почему прям какая-то конкретная мода мы говорим сейчас или просто мода?
Просто мода.
Просто мода, значит, без артикля. В данном случае это абстрактное слово здесь. Мы же не говорим там the love, например, также fashion, да. Но если какая-то мода на что-то, мы добавляем конкретизацию в предложение, тогда ну, the fashion of там 2020s, допустим, мода 2020 году или 2020 года. Okay. Well, the next, Alice, you will ask.
Do you care where your clothes are made or under what conditions? Why or why not?
Personally, I really care on where my clothes were made because I think that quality of my clothes is the most important thing for me.
Okay. You said care of.
Care about.
I think here you can say I care about. Yes, I don't care about. Yeah. Or where. I care where my clothes is made. Well, my clothes are made. Or I don't care where my clothes are made. Okay. That is good. Then, Kate, you will ask question.
Would you be happy to pay double or more for your clothes if you know they were made under more human conditions?
And more human conditions. Это как?
Dish.
Under more human conditions, да,
Мгм.
под в тяжелых условиях, типа.
Yeah.
М.
In not normal, not human conditions. Are you ready to answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would be happy to pay a bit more if I need, because I'm very kind, so I can spend much more money for some bad human conditions.
Мгм.
For some clothes that had made it in bad human conditions.
The clothes that had been made.
Had been made.
Мгм.
Мгм. Да.
Or that were made. Зачем тут прям past perfect, прям сильному назад, да? Мы же не в косвенной речи. До чего они были сделаны? Просто были сделаны в нереальных условиях таких.
Да.
That were made. Okay. And the last question, Alice, you will ask. Kate, listen attentively. It's quite a long question.
А может тогда по отдельности?
Yeah, please, can you ask, like, it's like 2 questions, Alice. Да, 2 порциями можно тогда задать его длинный вопрос.
Is fashion more important today than it was in the past? Why or why not?
I think that fashion is more important today than in the past because nowadays we live in the century of the internet and fashion is everywhere. Magazines, websites, and so on.
Мгм. And Alice?
Will fashion be more or less important in the future?
I think that fashion won't be less important in the future. I think so. I think so because fashion is the most part of our society.
Так, что такое the most part of
Ой,
our society?
most important. Вот.
Okay, maybe not the most, but one of the most. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, thank you. So this was the task from homework. I think it's a nice beginning of the discussion. Then today we are going to do revision on the previous 3 modules: shopping, money, and fashion. First of all, we are going to read some interesting statistics. At home, you read an examples of your writing task, essay, when you describe graphs. And that's why we talk a lot about statistics. It's useful because the more you talk about it, the better for your writing. Well, by the way, do you have any questions about the writing, the essay?
По домашнему заданию?
Yeah.
Или в принципе?
Пока по домашнему, пока мы не писали еще полностью, да, ответ. Ну, писали пробный такой, да, первый. Пока мы теперь по абзацам, по шаблонам идем, мы берем пример, да, и смотрим, насколько он соответствует критериям. Сейчас у нас будет дальше больше по поводу этого задания. Вот на данном этапе все пока понятно?
Вроде да.
Мгм. Ну, я смотрю, что у вас там все нормально с этими заданиями. Ну, там ответы правильно отображаются. Если где-то ошиблись, там есть также и комментарий. Должны его увидеть. Тут нужно быть внимательными именно в отношении критериев. Нам может показаться, что я пишу по теме, но по структуре, как оценивает эксперт, это может быть не точно, например. Когда мы пишем проблему какую-то неконкретную или предлагаем неконкретное решение этой проблемы, или проблема вообще не с той пьесы. Иногда мы не читаем и не видим задание, и не видим, о чем нас просят написать. A problem with doing sports или a problem with job interviews. Нам дается возможность выбрать любую подходящую нам проблему, но нужно внимательно прочитать, на какую именно тему. So, okay, if there is nothing to discuss, then let's go to the revision. One moment. So this is a fact file with the statistics. I want to make it bigger a little bit. Oh no. So please read the file with information, and after that we will discuss these 5 questions about the statistics. Try to remember the percents that is shown here. Well, now you have 2 minutes to read it. It's quite short. So start reading silently, please. Are you ready? Well, I already know. Yeah? Okay. No sound from you, silence. Well, let's discuss now. Kate, which facts do you think are interesting and surprising or unsurprising, and why? Please choose a couple of one interesting, one surprising, and one unsurprising for you.
The interesting fact is the fact that most online shopping happens between 8 and 9 in the evening. Surprising fact is the fact that men spend 20-30% more money than women online.
And unsurprising?
And unsurprising is this fact that 25% of what we spend online goes on books, music, and software.
This and this. But we read it men, right? Men, but women. It's an exception. Women, only for girls. Okay. Why? For example, why why it's interesting about men and women? You said it's surprising, yeah? Why?
I think it's a surprising fact because we know stereotype that women are shopaholics and they spend more money than men. But in this fact, we see that it's not true.
So, how would you explain it? Imagine it's writing, yeah, comparison, and you need to make a comment about the statistics. So why so?
I think that is why men buy more expensive things for their girlfriend or wife, maybe.
Oh, a good idea. Okay. Well, Alice, what about you? Which choose one fact that is interesting, surprising, and unsurprising.
Hmm. Interesting. 55% of us use a laptop to do our online shopping, while 20% use a smartphone.
Interesting, right? Which is surprising. You can say the surprising fact is that. Okay.
Okay. Uh, su- the surprising fact is online sales are increasing all the time, but in the UK, over 10,000 shops close every year.
Okay. And which is unsurprising for you?
The unsurprising fact is that women return more than 20% of the clothes they buy online. Men return less than 10%.
Okay. Can you comment on the last one? I think it's really interesting. Comment like in the essay. You compared two numbers, for example, and you need to comment why. Why it is so. How is it that the sales are increasing but shops close?
In the UK, I know a bit about UK, but I can guess that there are a lot of big and popular shops in the UK, so some small shops can close every year.
I agree. But don't forget that it's the UK.
The UK.
Насчет артиклей с географическими названиями, обычно the мы добавляем это как исключение, добавляется к таким группам слов, как объединения какие-либо. So the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom, it's Wales, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Yeah, so it's the United Kingdom, the USA, and some other groups of countries or groups of something as a group. Okay, thank you. Well, let's talk about number 2, about shopping online. Kate, what about you? How often do you buy something online? Tell us about the last thing you bought.
I buy things online once a week. The last thing that I have bought was a book of Haruki Murakami.
Is he a Norwegian writer? A Norwegian writer from Norway?
He's Japanese writer.
Oh, my bad. Okay. But when you say last, it's past simple, right? Because it's the last, it shows that it's finished. Как бы последняя книга, это какой-то случай, вот тогда я пошла и купила, past simple. Если мы скажем, я всего купила в жизни 5 книг только онлайн, то это будет, да, present perfect. А здесь есть конкретный раз, когда я покупала последний. Well, okay, thank you. And Alice, what about you?
I like do shopping online, so I do it. Very often, and the last thing that I bought was that I have bought.
Вот только что говорили bought, тогда купила, мы
Bought?
конкретный раз говорим.
Это
Past simple.
Was или is? Уже
Was.
was. That I bought was were some cosmetics.
Okay. It's interesting. How often do you do makeup?
Very rarely.
Okay, but you need it, yeah,
Yeah.
just in case. Right. Okay, what about shopping time? Kate, what time of day do you usually shop online?
Usually I shop online in the evening when I don't have to do my school tasks.
Okay, and Alice, the same?
Yeah, I do some shopping when I have free time.
Вот такая ошибка была в домашнем. Зачем нам every time? У нас time исчисляемое существительное?
Нет.
Нет, поэтому артикль не ставим.
When
Well, Alice, Alice, yeah, thank you. What about this? Why it's highlighted? Почему-то вот так подчеркнуто, как будто неправильно в Word.
Потому что можно без you.
Это какой будет вариант?
Американский.
Американский. То есть, соответственно, обычно в наших компьютеры и программы часто именно американские, поэтому они подчеркивают. Это не значит, что это неправильно в данном случае.
А почему вы именно меня спросили? Я такую ошибку сделала?
Нет, я просто спросила. Просто. Well, favorite sites. Okay, do you have favorite sites for shopping?
I have favorite sites for shopping. There are Amazon and all. They are my favorite because they are most popular sites for shopping. And
They are big leaders now. What?
And I don't know whether other websites.
Okay, well, there are some, of course. And you, Alice, do you also shop on marketplaces?
Yeah, my favorite site is Valbis because it is very comfortable and comfortable. I can try some clothes on, and if they don't suit me or fit, I can get a refund.
Yes, thank you. Well, girls, what's the difference between comfortable and convenient? We can translate them both as удобный, but what's the difference? Okay, do you have any ideas?
Convenience is about technique or appliances.
So not only So it's more general, right? So it can be time. This time is convenient for me. Yeah, I can come to the party. Or this working schedule is convenient for me or inconvenient for me. But comfortable, it's about physical comfort. Okay?
Mm.
So you can say that your clothes is comfortable for the body, but not Wildberries. Wildberries is convenient, a convenient service for you.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And the last question is, yeah, about local shops. We know that there is online and offline shopping. Maybe you believe that offline shopping will die out, but maybe not. We should also think about people in this sphere. Well then, Alice, do you think online shopping is bad for local shops where you live? Why or why not?
Типа онлайн шопинг
Мгм.
как-то плохо влияет, действует на
Мгм.
local shops.
А местные магазины.
Местные, да. I think it is not a big problem in my city. For example, I can go outside and go to the local shop. The name is Red and White. I can buy some sweets, biscuits, and some drinks right now, and it is very convenient for me. While when I do online shopping, I have to wait some time, a bit time, when my products are arrived. Не знаю.
Мгм. Can you repeat the last phrase? I didn't understand.
Сейчас я вспомню. Because I have to wait a bit time when my product is arrived. В общем, я должна ждать немного, когда мой товар приедет.
Мгм.
Как
Будет более корректно сказать wait a little
wait a
time
little.
или time more. Да, и
Wait a little.
when the product arrives. Ну, там, before the product arrives. Например. То есть здесь нужен to be не нужен, да, present simple, глагол пребывать есть, значит to be не нужен.
А разве продукт может сам прибывать, а не...
Ну, мы говорим, да, товар приехал, мы же не говорим, что его приехали, да, прибывает, да, можем здесь использовать глагол, главное, есть, arrive, есть, значит, when the product arrives.
Мгм.
Okay, Kate, and what about you? Do you agree with Alice that no, it doesn't influence a lot?
I don't agree because nowadays customers more and more use websites to do shopping and they stop to visit local shops. And for this reason, local shops don't get income.
That's right.
А
What will be the effect then? What will be the effect of such situation?
Не совсем понимаю вопрос.
No, will there be any consequences? People don't go to local shops, and what?
So local shops close every year, as in the UK.
Alice, do you have counter arguments?
А local shops — это прям маленькие магазинчики? То есть это не супермаркет, это прям какие-то...
Not пятерочка.
А, пятерочка — это супермаркет. Да.
Ну, yeah. Well, I guess right. So it's and if we develop this idea, it leads to problems in the sphere of small business, right?
Мгм.
So some people who are just new to business can't develop it and can't progress and can't actually make extra money for the country. So it's they say that it's good for economics when local shops and small shops are still real, not only big corporations like Wildberries and Ozone. Well, thank you. Remember, I asked you to remember the information. I want you to complete the information in the sentences. There are some gaps here. So, Kate, please look at the second sentence. Can you remember this part of information here?
Most
Online shopping. Okay, it happens. The next one, Alice.
While.
Correct. Remember, while is a good conjunction, союз, to contrast in your speaking or in your writing. For example, in your speaking, when you talk about the difference between the photos, when you describe them, and you say that in this first picture, there is a classic outfit, while in the second, we can see a person in casual clothes. While to show contrast. The next one, 29%, Kate, of us. Okay. Yeah, 25% of Alice. You need some, yeah, what we spent online. Great. The next one, Kate.
Less.
Cool. Thank you. And the last one, the next one about men and women, Alice.
Then.
Great. And let's finish it, Kate, please.
Increasing.
Perfect. Thank you. So now we are going to do a task with filling the gaps. I'm sending you two different texts. Actually, two. Well, for student A, this will be Alice, for example, or texts in Zoom. And wait, I'm sending you. So you need to read the two stories in your message and fill in the gaps. After that, okay, when you read, think about these questions. What did each person buy? No, you think like, okay, Sandra bought shoes, right? Adam bought something. Then why did they buy it? What problem did they have or problems? And what happened in the end? So try to remember the short information about each text. Okay. You see that you need to make some to do some grammar changes. Yeah, it's grammar, not word formation, but grammar. So please start working. I'll set the timer for 3 minutes. I hope it's enough for you.
А вы будете удалять текст? Потом?
No.
Нет? Тогда я устно сделаю.
Устно это как?
Не буду записывать.
Почему?
Я
Мне
запомню.
устно не нравится. Потом будет я забыл или что-то еще. Ты можешь кратенько от руки просто написать себе форму? Или мне в сообщение. Ну, запиши, пожалуйста.
А ответы на вопрос?
Ответы не надо. Только форма слова, пожалуйста, запиши. Ответы, конечно, устно.
Просто вы сказали, что запомните.
Мгм.
Я подумала, вы удалите текст поэтому.
Я попрошу вас рассказать. Может быть, я и удалю. Ты мне такую идею хорошую подала. Инициатива наказуема. Что, постарайся записать. То есть текст переписывать не надо, только все равно форму. So start working, please. Well, how are you doing? Kate, are you ready? Can't hear you. Kate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you finished or not? I can't understand. Finished? Mhm. Can you send me the answers or they are written with pen? Ah, Alice, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Okay, now I will ask you to read your texts to your partner, and your partner will listen and check. No, well, will listen for mistakes. And after that, I will ask the partner to retell the story shortly. То есть такая логика, допустим, Элис нас начинает, Элис читает свой текст своими вариантами ответа уже готовыми, Катя слушает, есть ли какие-то ошибки на ее взгляд, да, и после этого попрошу Катю кратко пересказать, то есть вот как мы говорили про эти вопросы, но не про свой, а давайте наоборот послушаем про другого. Допустим, сейчас Alice will read the text about Sandra, and you, Kate, you listen to the mistakes, maybe, and then you tell what's the problem, what happened, and what was the end of the story. Okay? So, Alice, please read the text about Sandra.
Last month, I bought a pair of shoes online. I didn't really need them, but a friend on my recommended a new site, so I had a look. They had a really wide selection and lots of things in my size. I have big feet, and it's sometimes hard to find things that fit me. When they delivered my order, for the shoes were the wrong color, blue and black, and they were a bit too small. I returned them and got my money back, but it was annoying.
Good. Kate, any mistakes?
I think no.
You're right. Great job, Alice. So now, Kate, do you remember what happened in short?
Sandra bought shoes because her friends recommended them to her, but she has big feet, and the shoes didn't fit her, and she returned them.
Happy ending. Okay, thank you. Great. Then, Kate, your text about John. Alice, please listen to any mistakes if you hear them.
It was my son's 13th birthday a few weeks ago. I decided to buy him a laptop. I was looking at lots of different sites and doing my research. In the end, I found a great one in a sale. It was 225 pounds, reduced from 300 pounds. I paid online, and a few days later it arrived. I didn't want my son to see it, so I put it in my bedroom. On his birthday I gave him a present. He was so happy. He opened the box in a rush and dropped the laptop on the floor. Of course it was so badly damaged. It hasn't worked anymore.
Alice, any comments?
I think everything is right.
Not exactly. There was a sentence, I look at lots of different sites and do my research. It was, Kate, it was, yeah, a few weeks ago. I decided, it's finished, right? And why did you use past continuous?
Потому что он долго что-то там искал,
Past
на
continuous.
разных сайтах делал какие-то research. Поэтому я подумала, что continuous.
Здесь, да, конечно, может быть, это и долго было, но здесь нет на этом акцента. То есть, если бы он говорил, что, допустим, вот 12 числа, когда у него был день рождения, я сидел и смотрел сайты, тогда да. А здесь идет как последовательность прошедших действий. То есть я решил купить ему лаптоп, я посмотрел, я выбрал, в конце я нашел один на распродаже. То есть просто рассказ, вот здесь акцента не было. У нас обычно есть какая-то точка во времени, когда это вот continuous шло, когда это было длительно. А его здесь нет, так что в принципе просто past simple. То есть, а как мы исправим тогда?
Looked and read.
Окей, how do you, Alice, а как тебе чтение слова фунты?
Pounds
Это понс, по-моему, получилось.
— это пруд.
Прудики, да. Okay, pounds, yes. And what about, how do you say gift, but in other word?
Present.
Yeah, and you said present. Present, it's a verb. To present, I presented my picture to the class. But a present, a gift. Okay. And the last phrase, of course, it was so badly damaged and it hasn't worked anymore. Present perfect here.
Present perfect. Can you repeat, please?
Of course, it was so badly damaged, it hasn't worked anymore.
А почему? Ну типа результат есть.
Я понимаю логику Кати здесь, но получается, что контекст у нас прошлого, что
Да.
он был так сломан, что больше не работал. Мы не скажем, что не работает, понятно, что он тогда не работал, он и сейчас не будет работать. Ну, может быть, какая-то такая призрачная связь немножко есть с настоящим, мы немножко как бы копаем, наверное, слишком. Это все past story, и все это как результат в прошлом. В настоящем уже, наверное, мы что-то с этим сделали. В общем, так как еще it was, вот в этом же предложении it was so badly damaged, не мешаем тогда два времени. Present и past. Okay, now Adam, Alice.
It was my 14th birthday last year. My wife took me to a concert. It was great. We saw a band. We both laughed when we were at university. When I go home, my wife went to bed, but I went online and suddenly decided to buy a guitar on eBay. I guess the concert had inspired me. I wanted to bid 100 pounds, but I bid 1,000 pounds by accident. It was stupid, I know, but I was tired. Anyway, I won, but it cost me 750 pounds. My wife was really angry when it arrived, but I had lessons have lessons now, and I'm slowly learning.
Kate, any mistakes in your opinion? The beginning, doesn't it surprise you?
I don't remember the beginning.
The age, it was my 14th birthday last year. My wife took me to the concert.
14 уже женатый паренек.
Yeah, it's illegal, I think.
40. Так,
40th.
40.
То есть добавляем, да, 40, также меняется Y на I, соответственно, I, E, TH. Это из сложных случаев порядковых числительных, обычно просто TH, но есть некоторые такие, как fifths, пятый, да, 12ths, там F, да, и вот десятки, там Y меняется на I и добавляется E, TH, и также читается 40th birthday. Okay. Anything else, Kate?
I don't remember.
Было такое предложение, I guess the concert, как там было, had inspired me. Why past perfect?
А
I
разве,
guess it's present, right? Я думаю, я полагаю, сейчас.
I- а разве не то, что вот я догадываюсь, что концерт повлиял на меня, ну, как бы в прошлом. Это и так в прошлом, а еще назад в прошлом. Повлиял на меня тогда. Нет?
Что-то закрутила. Ну, я же сейчас считаю, а концерт, ну, получается, вот мы сейчас now, да, а это от нас до этого момента, да, но до этого момента, до present simple у нас past simple, а past perfect это до past simple какого-то. То есть на 2 шага от нас. Еще, если бы мы сказали, я думал тогда, что это концерт меня вдохновил,
А,
вот, тогда был бы концерт had inspired me, а я думал, I thought that the concert had inspired me. Вот здесь уже мы сейчас говорим, что тогда я думал, что концерт еще раньше меня вдохновил. А здесь такой связи, что с past нету. Здесь в настоящем, в принципе,
это
я сейчас.
present simple.
Ну, концерт-то уже прошел, значит.
Тогда просто past simple.
Past simple, yeah. И еще одно было предложение, Кейт, ты в конце услышала там, my wife was really angry when it arrived. Как-то забыла, как Элис сказала, but I have lessons now. Now.
Ну, это как бы это маркер continuous, но but I'm having.
Кейт, можно здесь I'm having lessons использовать?
Нет.
А
Ну,
Кейт?
он прямо сейчас, если бы он прямо сейчас, наверное, имел урок в этот момент, то да, так, в принципе, факт.
Вообще-то можно. И мы помним, что не только прямо в данную секунду я имею уроки, конечно. У нас также в present continuous входит значение как около настоящего момента. То есть, например, обычно я учусь в первую смену, но сегодня я иду во вторую. Или сейчас, но сейчас я болею и не хожу в школу. Мы здесь тоже используем I'm not going to school now. Present continuous. То есть около настоящего момента. Это не настолько прям до секундочки, но и какая-то временная ситуация. Поэтому сейчас у меня уроки. Чего я там забыла? Гитары или чего? Ну, в общем, уроки у меня, да, и это как какое-то такое временное событие, можно. И также have пусть тебя не смущает, Алис, потому что have как иметь, да, конечно, не используется в длительном, это глагол абстрактный. А вот как have lessons, have shower, have a bath, это все actions, это все действия непосредственно. То есть у меня уроки, ну, я хожу на уроки, посещаю уроки, это действие. Значит, это ограничение, что мы не можем использовать past continuous, ну, или с continuous с любым. Это ограничение здесь не работает. Значит, мы совершенно спокойно поставим
I'm having.
I'm having. Окей. Так, Кейт, не успели с тобой последнюю прочитать. Может быть, сейчас прочитаем быстренько, все-таки минуточку потратим. So, please, Kate, your last story.
My car had a problem, so I ordered a new part online so I could repair it. The part was out of stock in the company and needed to get it from somewhere else. But they forgot to tell me, so I waited and waited. After 3 weeks and maybe 10 phone calls, it finally arrived. My car is fine now, but the service was terrible, so I don't recommend that website.
Any problems?
No.
No. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Thank you, girls. So that's all for today. We did a lot, some revision here. So your homework will be the next lesson. It's Homes and Houses, week 1. I will text you about homework later, okay? Don't do all, but only the first part of it. Well, that's
Okay.
all. Yeah, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.